get out your feelings and get this money. That's the theme of the show. And we have special guest, Erin Brown. How you doing, Erin Brown?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing great. And we also have featured panelist, educator, and Blacktopia admin, Meichell T. Jackson. How you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How's everybody?
Oh yeah, you answered that. And in addition to our main topic, for anybody that's going to call in on the second half of the show, that wants to join the discussion, we're not limited to the main topic. I know there's a lot of things been going on. Also, the tragedy that happened down in South Carolina. If you want to talk a little bit on that, if you still want to talk about the Rachel Dolezal thing, we're open to talk about that too. The thing about P. Diddy that happened today, any of that depressing stuff happening in the news, if you want to talk about it, we can discuss that as well. But the main topic is it possible to mix business and romance? And I know, Erin, you have some stories to tell, and you have some information and some advice to give to people who think they can do it or still don't want to do it. And I know, Meichell, you do as well. Enough of me talking. Erin, you want to talk a little bit about the topic?
Sure. I mean, Jay, you've known me for a while. And hi, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. You were so quiet back there.
I'm just getting warmed up. No worries. I'm here, and I'm present.
All right now. Hi, Meichell.
Hello there. How are you, girl?
Good. So, Jay, you've known me for a while, and one thing I'm very focused when it comes to my business. Businesses, I should say. I'm very focused. It doesn't matter what it is. And I am not a believer that you should mix romance and business. I don't think you can do it. Well, I can't say other people can't do it. I'm not a believer for myself. The problem is, for me, emotions, I don't really do emotions when it comes to business. And there's one thing that drives me, and that would be passion. Passion drives me when it comes to business. Emotions drive me when I'm in a relationship. So they're two separate things in my mind. So I choose to keep them separate. That's just me, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think that emotions can definitely get in the way. And honestly, I feel like there's a difference between the two. So some people would say that passion is an emotion, but passion, in my mind, is a lot more than that. So when you have your emotions, they get in the way. So let me define that for you. I'll give you an example. If you have a business and you have employees, right? So you may have this person that comes in to interview for a position, but you know this person. You don't like them personally, but they are qualified for the job. You being the business owner or the manager or whatever, you may pass on that person, and that's not good for the business because you know that person is qualified and can definitely do the job. So that's just an example. Or if you're in a relationship, you may have a man or a woman who doesn't like your secretary, and they get jealous, and it causes problems at home, which then leak over into the business. I just choose to keep them separate, personally.
For instance, like I've hired in my past experience, I have hired friends. And even though, like you said, Erin, you try to, keep a business, mentality, it does, intermix. Because if you have to give a direction as a manager or, as the owner, and you give that direction to the friend, the first thing the friend is going to say, well, I thought we were friends. How come, it seems like friends, or if you're having families or even a romantic interest, it seems like they want a little extra. Like they get a little salty when you were just being, you just being that manager, or you just being that boss. So I have that situation where I have hired friends and they took advantage, or they tried to get something extra that other employees wouldn't get. So, me personally, I would never do that again.
yeah, what do you think about this, Elizabeth the Great?
Okay, so my perspective on this, it never works. Never works. And my whole thing is, Erin hit a major point that, when you are involved in business matters, there's a level of passion that has to be involved in everything that you do. But see, me, I'm a little different. I'm a little winded because I'm just getting off of work, so please excuse me. But I am extremely passionate about my money. And anything that interferes with my ability to make my money has to be eliminated. So if that means eliminating you, your mama, your kids, then that's just what's going to have to happen. So in order to eliminate those kind of conflicts, because you're going to have problems anyway in the business world and when you are conducting business. So just remove that whole part out of it and try to make life as easy for yourself as possible. That's my take on this thing, business with pleasure. I've never done it. I've never had the pleasure of working with anybody that I've been physically attracted to, and I thank God for that.
So, yeah. Now, see, my take on it is actually the same thing. Well, you know what? I would say I don't recommend it, but the thing is, if you actually are in that situation, I think it's one of those things. I think one of those things, like choose your battles or do this carefully. Kind of weigh the pros and cons of it. If you're going to make that decision, like I said, I wouldn't recommend it, but at the same time, don't block your blessings. I want to say, because if you do find that person that I guess the one or that not say the one that stereotype crap, but if you do find someone that you're vibing with in that way and you can possibly make it work, if you want to take that risk, I guess, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend it, but